Welcome to the Whurthy Services training video series. This is Module 5, Advanced Whurthy Setup. In this sixth video, we're going to walk through Whurthy User Security. We will start by looking at how you can make staff or give an account staff privileges. Then we'll look at how you can give an account business admin privileges. And then finally, we'll look at giving an account superuser security privileges. But before we do that, we're going to review what each of these levels of security can do within the Whurthy Services application. Staff accounts have the lowest level permissions. They can be considered as basic administration level accounts. They can be assigned tasks, and they can respond to support requests, and they can book your customers into openings. The next level, business admin, has mid-level permissions, so they can do everything that staff can do, and also they can book customers into openings beyond their current loyalty tier. That is assuming you are using the loyalty tier program, and can manually change a customer's loyalty tier. They can update, add, or delete package and time promotions. They can update service provider vacations. And finally, they can review, add, or update service provider records, such as their working hours and so on. Finally, the super user account has the highest level permissions. So super users can do all that business admins can do. They can also change staff account security levels. So they can turn a staff account into a business admin or a super user. They can change public holiday, artificial intelligence settings, such as the learned experience engine and the process expertise profile list, which we'll be reviewing in another video. And also they can make changes to global settings. Super user accounts should be the most guarded level given. And we'll review that when we go into the staff experience and look at how to elevate these security levels for accounts. So now jumping into the staff experience, we're presenting Whurthy a little bit differently than we have been in previous videos. On the left-hand side, I am logged in as a super user. On the right-hand side, I'm currently logged in as the account demo client. So the initial scenario would be, for example, if you've just hired a staff member or you're implementing Whurthy services and you want to create and assign the appropriate level permissions to your team members. So once each person has created an account, then you can access their accounts through appointment management customer profiles. Basically, Whurthy assumes every single account is a customer, and the underlying assumption there is valid in the sense that some of your staff may also be customers. So by looking at the demo client profile here, we can see in this first card, contact details, because I'm logged in as a super user, I have access to this button, make staff. On the right-hand side, I'm logged in as demo client, so I can see I've got the customer experience here in terms of being able to see appointments and details around my account. So it's very simple to actually change these security levels as long as you're logged in as a super user. So I'm going to click on the make staff button. And now on the right, you'll notice now on the left here, the make staff button is changed to just having a red outline and the words remove staff. So if you have someone who is being offboarded or leaving the organization, then it's a very simple matter just to remove them from having staff level security privileges. Over on the right-hand side now, I'm going to refresh the page because I've now made a change. And so now you'll notice it completely changes. Here we can see on the right-hand side now, demo client, this account now has access to the appointment management card. If you have Whurthy marketing installed, you have the appointment marketing card. And staff can see tasks and the support dashboard, which aligns to the initial slide talking about what a staff member can do. However, it's our expectation that when it comes to staff members, it's possible or quite likely that, say, service providers who aren't doing any administrative type work for the organization, they may just have a staff level account. They might not need to see anything else. Whereas if you have someone who is responsible for the administrative type duties or taking calls and whatnot, then you would want to assign them as a business admin. You could also optionally have every single service provider assign the security level of business admin. That's completely your choice. And again, the purpose of this video is to make sure that you're really clear on how to make those decisions and implement them within Whurthy services. So looking on the left-hand side here, the left-hand browser, in the Whurthy links sidebar, in the administration section, we have a link that we can see because we are a super user, and this is the staff link. So I'm going to click on that. And that's now going to take me to the list of all those accounts that have been made staff. At this point, then we can see the security levels or the enhanced security levels that have been applied. So here we can see that demo client is not a super user, they're not a business admin, and there's another staff member who is a super user and who is a business admin. So when we want to go and make changes to these staff accounts, as is usual, we can click on the link here to go into their actual detailed page. Now, there's a note here because you have the ability to make a super user much like you can make an account staff. And I'll return to that in the final part of this video. But when I want to make a staff account, a business admin, I need to edit their staff profile. And then I can see that there's an explanation of what business admin accounts can do. We've already reviewed that previously in this video, but this will serve as a refresher to remind you if you are not quite certain as to what a business admin account can do. It can always be found when you go and edit a staff account. At the bottom here, we can see we've got a checkbox for business admin. Adding a staff member as a business admin gives them enhanced privileges, such as being able to book customers beyond their current loyalty tier. So I'm going to, with that checked, I will now check on the update staff profile button. And now we can see that demo client has the business admin setting as yes. On the right-hand side, paying attention to the administration card here, and there's only 2 links currently, I'm going to refresh the page. And so now we can see that they have the ability to manage services, packages, promotions. They can edit therapists. They can edit locations. They can look at, well, say therapists, service providers. That's the label being used in this implementation, locations and service provider vacations. And they can also see cancellation requests as well. And they already could see the support dashboard. Finally, if I want to make this demo client account a super user, again, I'm going to click on their link, and then I just have to check the Make Super User button. Now, I'm going to remove them again, and I'm just going to review, because it's very, very simple to make a staff member a super user. However, it's worth stressing, and that's why there's the red box here with red text, just making sure that you're reminded of something very important. So promoting a staff account to super user status is a very serious step and comes with risks. While Whurthy prevents a super user from demoting their own security privileges, it does not prevent one super user from removing super user access from another super user. This is by design. Whurthy has been built so that super users have ultimate access. So the main thing there is, first of all, if you're logged in and you are looking at your own staff record in this staff list, this Make Super User button won't appear, or the Remove Super User button won't appear. It just simply won't let you remove super user privileges for yourself. But if you make another account a super user, when they're logged in, they could come to this page and they could remove super user access from you. So ultimately, if that should happen in the remote chance that that happens, obviously you can contact the Whurthy team. Our expectation is that really super users are owners, senior management, and they are trusted. They are trusted to be able to manage the security. In a sense, the design intention here from the Whurthy team when we built the Whurthy services application is just to assume that you want to have the full ability to be able to control what your staff can access and do, all the way up to super user level permission. So this is completely in your hands. And with that said, you have been warned. So the intention of the business admin privilege really is about what we anticipate as being the most expected type administrative activities that you would want to delegate to someone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click the Make Superuser button again. You'll see it changes to Remove Superuser. When I go back to staff profiles, I can see that demo client is now a superuser. So on the right-hand side, I'm going to refresh the page here. And now we can see that there are more options, including the ability to access the staff list, public holidays, which is reviewed in another video, the Learned Experience Engine and the Process Expertise Profile List. So Lee and Pete, that's also reviewed in another video. And we have looked at the Whurthy settings in a previous video. This is where you make the setting changes to activate features and deactivate features. So these features around staff holidays, the task, artificial intelligence, and the overall settings in terms of what features are active or inactive, we expect that they are infrequently going to need to be changed. You're really not we wouldn't expect you to make changes on a regular basis here, where all of the business admin type security permissions are really designed with the intention that someone who's a receptionist or who is a concierge or whatever the terminology, the nomenclature is for your organization, those staff members that are responsible for helping customers navigate Whurthy services and receiving and booking the services that they're looking to, business admins are intended to take care of that. Your service providers optionally can be business admins. Alternatively, they can just have staff level permissions. But in that case, then that means service providers wouldn't be able to provide that administrative type support to ensure the caring and feeding of Whurthy services and making sure that it's set up optimally for your organization. Anyway, that covers the review of Whurthy user security. Whurthy, value made easy